Rebel Access. I'm Crystal, and I'm here with Shane from Silverstein.
Hello. I'm Silverstein. I'm the singer.
All right, well, let's start with the name. How did you guys come up with the name?
We've been a band for 10 years, so it's been a long time. We were in high school, and we used to practice in our guitar player Josh's basement. And we were just a side project, just having fun, and we didn't really know if we were ever going to be a band playing any shows or putting out any records or anything at all, really. We just were having fun, and so we practiced for a few weeks. And the first couple practices, I didn't actually have any lyrics written or anything, so I would just sing out of kind of whatever was laying around the room. And one time I picked up a Silverstein book, the children's author, and I was singing out of it about how we used to read his books as kids and stuff. And a few weeks later, it was like, oh, we're going to have our first show, and we don't have a name yet. So it was those like dumb moments where, you know, a bunch of band dudes are looking around a room for like inspiration, and I just like looked at the book like that was still on the floor, and I was like, Silverstein? And we're like, okay, yeah, let's just go with that. So kind of a tribute to Shel Silverstein, as well as just a kind of, just kind of happened.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. I think everyone has read that book. So you guys have been together for 10 years. How many releases have you had?
We've put out 4 full-length records. We just put out our first DVD finally, which is really cool. We've done a couple other things too, and we're working on our 5th record right now.
So growing up, like, what would you say that your musical influences were?
Well, when I was really young, like 10 or 11 years old, my older sister was listening to lots of like metal, like Metallica and stuff, and I heard that and I was like, oh, it's so awesome, and I wanted to get a guitar, and my parents got me a good electric guitar, and I was, learned some Metallica songs, and I got really into metal, and then from there I got really into punk rock and the whole punk rock scene, and then kind of discovered that there was a local punk rock scene in my hometown of Toronto area, and so started going to shows and meeting other people, and then that's when I started bands and punk and hardcore and all that. It's kind of how I got into all this.
Awesome. So out of your set, like, what would you say are the songs that like really get the crowd going?
Well, the song I think we've been known for always playing last is a song called Bleed No More, which everyone shouts the intro, which is cool. And, we have a couple other songs like Smile in Your Sleep and My Heroine, which people always sing along and go crazy for, so it's cool.
What would be your favorite song to play?
I like a lot of like really heavy stuff that we play. There's a song from our last album called I Am the Arsonist, which is like super hard, and it's fun, to really see the pit open up and see some fists swinging and stuff, so I like that one.
So what would you guys absolutely have to have backstage for every show?
Beer. I'm sure it's a common answer. Definitely helps on a long tour to, pass the time with some good friends and good drinks and some good stories that come from that.
No, it's a good answer. So what would you say to all the aspiring musicians that, want to be where you guys are today right now?
I think it's important to take your music and what you're doing seriously, but not too seriously, and have fun with it. But at the same time, be serious and make sure that you're making music that you're really passionate about and that you really care about. And don't be one of those bands that just tries to follow the trends, because by the time you get to where you want to be, the trend will be over. So there's just do what's really in your heart and be the best you can, and make really good demos, record the best music you can and put it down, because these days the technology, it's like even bands that suck can make good sounding demos, so work really hard on demos.
Awesome. Well, what do you see in your future right now?
Well, it's kind of cool. We've been a band for 10 years, like I said, and it feels like it's a new chapter, start a new decade off, and we're just gonna keep exploring and keep trying to go to more and more places all over the world that we haven't seen yet, and just keep rocking.
So what would you like to say to all of your fans out there watching right now?
I just thank you for all the support over the years, and especially in Chicago. Chicago's always been amazing to us for forever, and thank you.